to the English session of Standard 4. My name is Lakshmi and today I am going to explain one of the famous poem, Paper Boats, written by Rabindranath Tagore. This poem is taken from Unit 2 of Class 4 English Reader. Before starting the poem, let's know more about the author. Rabindranath Tagore, born on 17th May 1861 in Calcutta. Tagore is an outstanding poet of modern India. He was a patriot, philosopher, poet, novelist, story writer, an educationist, and a singer. In 1902, he founded a university in India known as Vishwabharati University at Shantiniketan. Primarily, he was a Bengali poet, but he was equally a master at writing in English. He translated many of his works into English. He composed Jana Gana Mana, the national anthem of India. In the year 1913, he was bestowed with Nobel Prize for Literature for his English translation of Gitanjali. His poetry shows his deep humanism. He is a universal message of peace, love, and joy. He died on 7th August 1941. Paper Boats is a nice poem of Rabindranath Tagore taken from his collection, The Crescent Moon. Now let's see the poem. Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore. Childhood is the best part of everyone's life. Let's recall your childhood days when you and your imaginative and creative mind think something magical. Your innocence and creative ideas enable you to invent some joyful games or any other creative activities. Similarly, in this poem, the poet recalls his childhood days. Now, let's read the poem and see where the magical mind of the poet takes us. Paper Boats. Day by day, I float my paper boats one by one down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats with shoe-leaf flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them and the lading is their baskets full of dreams. Here we can see that the poet how beautifully portrays the imagination and creativity of the child. Now let's see in detail what each stanza represents. Day by day, I float my paper boats one after the other down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. In these lines, the poet says that daily he used to float paper boats in the running water by writing his name and the name of the village where he lives. He do this with the hope that someone in a strange land would find his boat and take them, and that person would come to know about the poet and who the poet is. I load my little boats with shoe-leaf flower from our garden and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. These lines, the poet imagines that he would load his boat with beautiful shoe-leaf flower from his garden in the hope that the flowers which blooms in the early morning will be carried safely to the land during the night. The child sent these flowers as a gift to his unknown friend. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. In these lines, the poet, as a child, explains that while floating the paper boats, he looks up in the sky and see the little clouds floating in the sky. The clouds appear to him as the white sails of a boat floating in the air. The child wonders who might be his friend in the sky who sends the clouds to race with his boat. Here, the poet imagines that how the child imagines the floating of the clouds and the racing of the boat. So, the child imagines that the clouds floating in the air and the boats running in the water are competing each other. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the lading is their baskets full of dreams. In these lines, the poet explains that now it is night time and the child is tired. While lying on the bed, he covers his face with his arms and again dreams about the paper boats. He also dreams that his paper boat still floating under the midnight stars. He is also dreaming that the fairies are sailing in his boats and these angels have baskets full of dreams. The child imagines that the fairies are carrying dreams of peace, love and joy to every person in the world. Children, we all know that a paper boat can't float in water so long, but the innocent mind of the child is thinking that from the morning till the night, his paper boat is still floating in the water. The child keeps on thinking different things and different ideas. So, this poem tells us how the child imagines the world of playfulness and joy. And this poem also gives us the message to spread love, joy and peace in the universe. Hope all of you enjoyed reading this poem. With this, we come to the end of today's session. Thank you.